Two things are going to come out of this podcast. One, we're going to be canceled, and two, we're probably going to get divorced from our wives.
So fucking inappropriate. So fucking inappropriate.
It's like crying, just jerking into the empty hole. Like, what the fuck? Jerking into the empty hole. Jerking into the empty hole.
So fucking inappropriate.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, it's time again for that top 10 list you don't give a fuck about by two guys you really don't give a fuck about.
All right, we are back again, and this week we are doing top 10 songs you have gotten or wish you have gotten a lap dance to. Mm-hmm. This was your suggestion, so why don't you just start it off?
All right, so number 10. And I'm thinking about this just because of this poor girl would be stuck in that room with you for a minute. Just for the longevity of it. Darude's Sandstorm.
What is it?
Sandstorm by Darude.
I'm not familiar with the song.
You don't know? It's a very well-known techno song, but I think it lasts like 4.5 to 5 minutes.
Okay.
So, and you know, I mean, if I'm going to get a lap dance and I'm going to pay that kind of money for it, let's get our money's worth out of it, right? Like, plus it's very energetic. So, and there's a lot of girls that will, you know, kind of try to match the music and the, you know, kind of like the tempo when they get you back in that room. So, you know, let's see what happens. I think it would just be funny as shit to kind of go with. And there's no like words to it or anything. It's just straight up, just kind of like a techno instrumental.
Okay.
It's probably what got techno really going in the United States, in my opinion, was probably Darude Sandstorm.
And this isn't one that you have.
No.
Have you heard it in a strip club?
No.
Okay. So
I've not heard it in a strip club either, so.
Okay. So before I give mine.
I've heard it at raves, I've heard it at parties, I've heard it in clubs, not strip clubs.
If you've listened to all our previous podcasts, you know that I'm a fucking whore. So being a whore means that I've been in many strip clubs. I've dated strippers. I've been in strip clubs without dating a stripper, obviously, as well. I've had many lap dances. I've done things you're not supposed to do in strip clubs. I don't recall any of the songs that were playing while I was getting a lap dance. Not one single one on here I can say I have gotten a lap dance to, but they are all songs I've heard in strip clubs.
So like, out of my top 3 are songs I have had a lap dance to. Okay. 2 of them, people will be like, how the fuck do you get a lap dance to that? Because for 2 of the top 3, they're not what I would call a typical lap dance song. In fact, they're not really songs I would say you would hear in a strip club either. But one of those 3, I'm not going to say which one, that lap dance felt a little more intimate than it should have. You know, because girls are there to get your money. We all know what strip club philosophy is. Yeah. Ain't none of them girls there to get anything other than what's in your wallet, right? Like, it's their job. They give you that quote unquote, why do guys even go to strip clubs? Because they like the way they're treated, right? They get treated differently there than they get treated at home or anywhere else, right? They're treated like they're important. They're treated like, you know, oh yeah, you're the most important guy in the room to me right now, which is kind of a, you know, you pay for that experience, right? It somehow turned into fucking relationship advice. Anyway, but that's, you know, guys, if they want to sit home and look at naked chicks all night, they can do that for you on the internet. You know, you go there for what the girls do for you. They make you feel amazing.
Yeah.
Make you feel important. They make you feel like you are the only guy in the room.
When you're young and single, sometimes you go there because you're like, oh man, maybe I can get a girlfriend out of this. I think the challenge.
Yeah, that's never happened.
I think the challenge for younger single men.
Oh yeah,
that
dumb
is,
full of cum.
is part of it. Yes, dumb full of cum. There's perfect. Yes. But as you get older, it becomes more of what you're saying. Yes.
You do realize that that's all they're there for. They're there to get your money. It's their job. That's what they do. They shake their tits. You pay them. That's it. Cool. But some of the songs on this list, I just think would be absolutely hilarious to get a lap dance to. Like, it would not be something I would want a lap. I just think it would be awkward as fuck for a girl to give you a lap dance while this song's playing. It should just be funny as shit.
Okay.
But yeah, that's kind of where the top three I have had lap dances to. The other ones I think would just be cool to get a lap dance.
Gotcha. Okay. Well, we approached this list completely different then, so I'm glad we said that. Like I said, these are all songs I know I've heard in a strip club. I've probably gotten lap dances to them, but I don't recall the actual songs that were playing during the many lap dances that I've had.
Oh, my number one I would say is probably a very cliche song to hear, and you probably have heard it in every fucking strip club in the country.
Mine too.
But I have gotten a very incredible lap dance to that song, so it's memorable for a couple of reasons.
Well, my number 10. Oh, another thing. I have been strip clubs in the United States. I have been in strip clubs across seas. I have been in various different shows. I think you've just been United States strip clubs.
Yes. When I did go to Europe, there was no way in hell I was going to get into a strip club.
You were young.
I was 13, 14 years old at the time, and although I could buy beer all over Europe, no problem, I wasn't going to get into adult establishments, and in the current raising situation I was in, I was never talking to anyone into getting me to go into one of those. So,
well, I was in my 20s, young, dumb, and full of cum.
We went to Amsterdam and never saw the red light district. Does that make any sense?
Gotcha. All right. Well, this number 10 song is a song that played frequently in the local strip clubs around here, the Dayton area, and I'm sure all across the United States probably. But Def Leppard's "Pour Some Sugar on Me."
That was your number 10?
That's my number 10.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I'll spoiler alert for the rest of my list. It's the only rock song on my list. The rest of them are R&B hip hop. So.
Wow. Honestly, 99% of my list is rock.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I'm assuming, because that's the way you reacted, that is probably on your list and probably higher up. But we'll find out.
Yeah, it is on my list. So.
We'll find out.
So now we're at number 9. Number 9 is definitely the only comedic one on my list.
Okay.
That I think would be almost uncomfortable for a woman to give you a lap dance to. This
so different on our list. Okay. All right.
This song is called "A Lap Dance Is So Much Better When the Stripper Is Crying."
What the
fuck? By the Bloodhound Gang.
Okay. All right.
The lyric in that is, "I find it such a thrill when she grinds me against her will." Yes, a lap dance is so much better when the stripper's crying. So, I listen to weird music, people. Get the fuck over it.
Hey.
And when I was thinking about this list, I'm like, what would be the most fucked up song to get a lap dance to? And this just kept popping to like number 1 in that optionable list. I'm like, it's going low, but it's going to go on the list. But a lap dance is so much better when the stripper's crying.
I wish I would have approached it from the same way, because it's been much more entertaining.
The list was songs you've either had a lap dance to, or have won it, or wished you got a lap dance to. So I get that opens a whole realm of possibilities.
I didn't think of it. I was thinking more of, okay, what ones did I fucking get lap dance to? And I couldn't remember because my memory's shit. And then I was like, okay, well, what ones, if I was in the club, would I want to have gotten a lap dance to. So that made me think of ones I've actually heard in the strip club. So I never even went out of the realm of thinking of crazy songs that would have been fucking funny like you did.
Yeah, now see, like there's a few things, like I don't remember 99.9% of any music they play in a strip club, right?
Okay.
Because most of it's not stuff I listen to. You know, I really could give two fucks about whether 50 Cent's in the club's playing while she's dancing up there or not. Or, you know, half the other shit. But I have been in a few strip clubs where I found out that the girls got to choose the music they danced to. And a couple of these girls liked rock, and they chose a lot of rock when they were up there dancing on certain nights. And it was kind of one of those scenarios where I realized, okay, yeah, rock music does fit in this kind of scenario all at the same time. It really just depends on how the girl will dance to it, right? And so I started noticing more offbeat. That's how I remember this stuff, is if I notice that's not a normal strip club song. That's not a normal this, normal that. You know.
I just wish I would have approached it that way, because like I said, it would be more entertaining. So, my number 9, Peaches and Cream by 112.
I mean, I get that. Okay. I mean, yeah, I've got a few. It fits.
Also, okay, really, I mean, these are all songs that I probably have had sex to also. So, I guess these are songs that you can fuck to, in my list is anyways.
Oh, that's just took a different turn. I mean, we
Well,
could
I mean,
go down that road.
That's basically what my list is. Go on.
Yeah. All right, so we're number 8. Number 8 for me is "Crazy Bitch" by Buck Cherry. I mean, come on, dude. Good beat. I mean, some of the girls in there just doing "You to Buy Baby" formula. So let's make it. That is. Yeah, I'm gonna be quoting dumbass lyrics from that song all list. I'm not even gonna lie. No, I mean, there are some shitty fucking strip clubs in the Dayton area, dude. Like, some of them finally got shut down. But yeah, I don't know. There's something about "Crazy Bitch" that kind of throws the whole vibe of a strip club in there, right? Like, you know, these girls always seem like they're a little more than your normal girl across the street, you know. So why not?
That was your 8?
That was my 8.
It was your okay. My number 8 is "Love in This Club" by Usher featuring Young Jeezy.
Okay, I kind of see that. Isn't that more of a dance club? It fits, I guess.
It's got like the slow build up beat, and then of course Usher, you hear him singing, and then it gets more dance clubbish when it's the Jeezy part. Mm-hmm. But the Usher part is more of a grinding, slow
motion kind of go for it. Yeah. Which, I mean,
if I remember correctly, the video, he's also in a strip club.
Yeah.
Talking about love in the club, as in, you know.
I mean, they all have their, you know, I mean, dear God, please tell me I'm in love with the strippers not on your list.
Guess you'll have to wait to find out.
That's a yes. Okay. All right, so we're burning through number 7.
Hit us with a Mary Fuck Kill.
All right.
First one of the episode.
You still got one or two left from your wife, don't you?
I've got one left that my wife suggested. Yeah.
Might as well throw it on here.
Oh, you want me to? Okay, fine.
Sure.
Suggested by none other than Erica Webb, Tom Holland, Robert Downey Jr., and Chris Evans. She suggested this one after the Zendaya one, so that's why Tom Holland was mentioned. Mm-hmm. So you got Spider-Man, Iron Man, and Captain America. You could do it either by the actor or you could do it by the character.
Are they all wearing their suits?
That's entirely up to you, however you want to do it.
That is your wife's fucked up fantasy. I'm just trying to get out of it.
Let's just put it this way. The suits always look better on the ground beside the bed anyways.
Not in this case. Maybe for your wife. If she's moaning Chris Evans' name while you're in bed, that's great for her. Not great for me. I'm got to be a participant. Can I take a participation trophy and stand in the corner of the room? No, I cannot. Okay, all right.
Wait, you want to be in the corner of the room when me and my wife?
No, God, no. What the fuck? Just on these 3 options.
Okay.
Jesus. I don't have to be in the corner of the room. There's OnlyFans for that shit. I mean, that's somehow I made it worse.
You're pretty good at that.
Hey, let's make it awkward, Matt. Come over here and fuck it up even more. Got you right there. I'll be right there. Jesus. I swear to God, next time I see your wife, I'll be like, how you doing? Don't talk to me unless you pay $9.99. Like, oh, my bad. God damn it, she listens to this shit too,
She
don't
does.
she?
She does.
Oh, great. Right. Okay.
But which way? Are you doing it as the actor or are you doing it as the character?
Doesn't matter. It's all gay. They're one and the same. Well, if I got to do this, then we're marrying Robert Downey Jr.
Okay.
I mean, it's kind of Robert Downey Jr. We'll kill Spider-Man.
You said Robert Downey Jr., but then you said Spider-Man. Which one is it?
No, we're marrying Robert.
So you're
We're
gonna-
killing Tom.
Tom,
or
okay.
Spider-Man.
No, not or. You gotta pick one or two. You're either doing the heroes or you're doing the humans. Which one is it?
Okay, so we'll marry Robert. We're killing Tom.
Okay.
And in the last episode, I fucked Tom's girlfriend. I'm not. It's sorry. I will console the creeping widow. Or is there a widow version of a girlfriend? I don't fucking know. But anyway, guess that means I have to
Fuck Chris Evans.
fuck Chris Evans. But in this case, he's going to wear the Captain America suit, so I feel like it's my civic duty, I guess. I don't...
All right. Pretty similar. I'm going to marry Robert Downey Jr. I believe he is the oldest of the 3. I would assume that he will probably die first, so I can have that inheritance from him. I will fuck Chris Evans because out of the 3, he's the most attractive. And then I'm going to kill Tom Holland because, yeah, just he's the last one. So bye.
So if you're gay, you're a gold digger, is what you're saying?
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
Which one's the wealthiest? Let's suck that dick. Fuck it.
I'm shallow and a gold digger. Yes, that's.
There's, you know what? Fuck it. It is what it is. I mean, it is what it is. So
We're to number 7, right?
we are to number 7.
Well, my number 7 is I want to lick you like a lollipop, Lil Wayne. No, I don't want to lick you like a lollipop. That's how the song goes. Damn it.
Just for reference, I'm not rich enough for you to lick me like a lollipop. Nor do I want that to happen. And unlike this last statement and the Marry Fuck Kill, it did not feel good to get through it all. My number 7 is Feel Good by the Gorillaz.
That's a good song. I'm not sure I see it as a lap dance,
very consistent. I've thought this through too much. Has a very consistent, could have a very sensual lap dance off of that shit. Just off that beat and everything alone. And Feel Good.
Okay. It's fair. My number 6 is Nobody by Keith Sweat featuring Athena Cage. It's again
I
another
don't
very
know that song.
nobody. That's pretty much how as much as you're gonna get out of me. But that's he's singing, and it's basically talking about how nobody baby gonna give it like you do. I can't remember the exact lyrics, but it's a slow, grinding, fuck me song. So.
Mine is not a slow, grinding fuck me song, but this one is more of a primal type, kind of plays on the urges scenario song, and that would be Closer by 9 Inch Nails. I mean, you've got that whole song is just about some deep primal urges there, in my opinion. I mean, I want to fuck you like an animal. What the fuck, you know? I mean, come on.
I'm just picturing it in a strip club. Just
This is my fantasy, motherfucker.
I get it. All right. My number 5 then is another slow grinding. I know you've had to hear this song, "Pony" by Genuine.
Okay. Like, I'm starting to wonder if you visit all the urban strip clubs or some shit at this point.
Well, I mean, okay, so in Italy they play American hip hop and R&B. That's everything. They don't play anything other than that. You're not going to go and hear some Italian fucking.
Not really sure there's a big market of that as far as it goes, but yeah.
And then around here, when I went to strip clubs, like I said, "Pour Some Sugar on Me" is the only rock song I can remember actually ever hearing when I was in the strip club.
And then that's one of those iconic ones you're going to hear almost every single one.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
I mean, there might have been a few others, but it was always the hip hop and.
That is a big thing. You know, and the one thing I find about like the hip hop and the R&B, unless you're like listening to that particular artist or you're listening to like lyrical content and shit of it, a lot of those beats start to blend together. So for me, it would start to kind of sound like the same thing over and over. And I know that there's a lot of people that would massively disagree with me on that point. And there are certain R&B songs that really stand out on their own because they've had different beats mixed into them, and it's just iconic in its own right. But I can say the same thing about a lot of the late 90s, early 2000s rock bands, right? Same fucking beat, different lyrics. It was all the same shit to pump out whatever hit they could pump out. I mean, let's be real. There's certain bands where it sounds like they're playing the same song and throwing different lyrics over it each time. You know, I mean,
if you were blindfolded and walked into 3 doors, the first one's playing Conway Twitty. The second one's playing "Freak on a Leash" by Korn.
okay.
And the third is playing "Pony" by Genuine. Only one of them's the strip club. Which one's the strip club?
Oh, it would be Pony.
Exactly.
Like absolutely. That would be probably, you know, just based on. But at the same point in time,
"Freak on a Leash" would probably be a pretty good song.
I mean, yeah, I can see "Freak on a Leash" kind of making its appearance here and there. Yeah.
Probably not Conway Twitty, though. Then again, strip clubs in the South, maybe? Like, in the white South?
I'd be more worried about what's on stage. Is it a girl dancing or a sheep shearing
I said white
competition?
South. They're toothless. They're...
Wow. No. No. Opinions of guests do not necessarily reflect the opinions of anyone listening to this podcast. Jesus Christ, dude. There's going to be somebody coming up here with guns before it's all said and done. Like, what the fuck are you talking about? Like, look.
Go back to your Trump rally. Continue on.
He stereotyped the whole fucking half of the nation. I'm sorry. Oh, Jesus. We like Daisy Duke. Oh, my God. I'm not the one to... If I'm the spokesperson in this situation, we're all fucked. I'm just saying.
Well, at some point in time, I've either put it on one of the podcasts or the description or something. Out of the two of us, you're the comedian. I'm the one that probably should be in jail. So.
The problem is I find it funny, but I also know how offensive this shit can get. That's probably why I find it funny. It's just because, like, oh shit, okay, we're going there. That's cool. Like, that's funny to me. But there's a lot of people who don't find that fucking shit funny. Like,
Learn to laugh,
I
motherfuckers.
have made plenty of fucking weird deep south jokes in my day. I have. Oh, fucking shit.
I'll leave the beat the black off of jokes for you, and I will talk about the toothless rednecks, all right?
I mean, but I'm not going to be the one to be like, yeah, this is for our audience. You know, the ones that woke up after prom and their girlfriend said the sweetest thing to them. They learned right over in bed and went, like, what the fuck, dude? Well, not everyone down there fucks a sheep. That's just a Sunday thing. But oh my God.
Alabama just
I'm never
completely
getting-
stopped listening. So
I'm never getting on any national platform. You're like, yeah, you're going to be on Netflix. Not with these fucking jokes. I'm not. I swear to fucking God. I'm not even like they will.
you said you wanted to be canceled. We're getting out of the way now.
Yeah, but at that point, it's going to be like, I'm about to call Dave Chappelle and be like, so you're canceled before you're famous. What the fuck do you do? Like, Dave, can I just come sit in your audience? You're like, I got canceled, but I have no career on it either. Like, they cancel you after you're famous. People want to see you more. They cancel you before you're famous. You're still begging for coins on the sidewalk. I don't know what to tell you.
Everybody takes a different path, Matthew.
Oh, geez. Yeah, I was really hoping I wouldn't be at the $20 is $20 no matter what alley you make it in phase right now. Number 5. Once again, number 5 is something I think would be really cool to have a lap dance to. And that would be Little Nicky by the Foo Fighters.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, the lights go out and Nikki started to grind, motherfucker. I mean, what else? I mean, let's just get the lyrics blunt and in the open, right?
Brings us to another Marry Fuck Kill then, because we're in our top 5. We're going to number 4. So let's get in another Marry Fuck Kill. I gave the first one. You got anything? You were supposed to have some prepared. You didn't. Did you?
No, I do not. I'm consistently procrastinating on these things if I'm not nothing else. How about that?
Here, I'll give you. Stick to music. Think of some music, whether it's female or male, however you want to do it.
Okay. I'm not gonna go gay on this one because I just don't feel like it. That last one was. We'll have to alternate that up a little bit because I don't have your wife's fantasy zones of Marvel characters apparently. Amy from Evanescence.
Okay.
Lizzie from Hailstorm.
Okay.
And just to make it weird, gotta look her name up. I know the band, but I don't know the artist name. Let's see here. No.
He's looking it up as we speak, guys. And if you remember, this was supposed to be how
Beth
we
Nicole.
stop dead air.
Yeah, you know.
What is it? I'm sorry.
Her name is Beth Nicole.
You got to show me
from
a
a
picture.
band called Biff Naked.
Yeah, you're definitely not showing a picture because I have no idea who that is at all.
Ugh.
Okay. Tattooed. Big lips, dark hair, too much makeup. Okay. The chick from Evanescence, what's her name?
Amy Lee.
So, okay, Amy, and then Lizzie from Hailstorm, correct? Mm-hmm. I am... Ooh. I'm going to kill that girl as the most unfamiliar one. And like I said, too much makeup, which I mean the other two put makeup on too. But so I'm going to kill the Biff Naked chick. You said Biff Naked, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, killing her. Damn. Originally I was going to say I would marry Lizzie because she's more attractive than the Evanescence girl. But I feel like the Evanescence girl would have a better moan. So I'm going to marry Evanescence girl because in my marriage I have sex. So I get to hear her moan for the rest of my life. I'm fine with that. And then I'm going to fuck Lizzie a lot. There we go.
Well, I'm going to kill Amy Lee. No particular reason other than I like the other two girls better.
Okay.
I'm taking a night with Lizzie Hailstorm, or Lizzie Hale. And I'm marrying fucking Beth.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So I don't know enough about her.
Absolutely.
So.
I don't know. There's something about her. There's that kind of little rough around the edges kind of excitement, but can still like get classy looking if she wants type deal.
Okay.
So.
All right. That brings us to my number 4. And it is a song that I know for a fact I've heard in a strip club, and I've had sex too in a strip club. Destiny's Child, Cater to You.
Okay.
So it started with a lap dance.
So some older Beyonce shit.
Yeah, it started with a lap dance. So that I guess that is one that I can say I've had a lap dance to. Cater to You.
All right. Well, number 4 for me is one I still kind of think would be cool to get a lap dance to. And that is a song called Sex by Nickelback.
Oh. Wait, Nickelback.
Yeah, it's a nickel short of 50 cents.
Not a football reference.
No.
Okay, I don't know the song. I was thinking that because you said Nickelback, I was like, wait a minute. Nickelback's the ones that sing the Picture song or whatever, right? Okay, I'm thinking of a
They
different
have a
song.
song called Sex.
I'm thinking of a different song called Sex that I haven't heard the Nickelback version.
Yep, they toured with 50 Cent one time. It was called the 45 Cent Tour. Once you got your
Sounds
Nickelback.
realistic. Got it.
No, it's not realistic. That's why all my jokes are inappropriate, because when I make a different joke, everyone's like, oh, that sounds about right. No, the fuck it doesn't. Like, goddamn. It's 50 Cent and a Nickelback, the 45 Cent Tour. Like, okay. It just comes out like a really fucked up bad dad joke, you know? And that's why. That's why I just talk about fucking dicks and shit on stage, because what the fuck?
Is Nickelback sex about sex?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure.
S is for the simple need. E is for the ecstasy. X is just the mark the spot. You know the one you really got.
This is a Nickelback song?
Yes.
Oh.
Nickelback has actually got some kind of filthy ass songs.
This is the band that no one likes, right? Like,
Yes.
everyone
They
talks
got
about how
other
bad they
lyrics
are.
and other
Okay.
songs like I like your pants around your feet.
Interesting.
And I like the dirt that's on your knees. And I like the way that you say please when you're looking up at me. You're like my favorite damn disease. These are Nickelback lyrics, dude.
Wow. All right.
And everyone's like, I don't like Nickelback. Like, they're kind of they got some filthy shit. What the fuck are you talking about? Like,
Okay. I mean, I have no problem with Nickelback, but I just didn't realize that.
Nickelback's one of those bands everyone hates, but everyone can sing every fucking song they have. And it's also one of those bands where their music sounds very similar to every fucking song they put out. Like, they have kind of that same beat, that same kind of riff to all their music. I think that's why people hate them so much. But fuck, they drop bangers day in, day out. You know, I mean, it's not like they don't have good songs. It's just, yes, a lot of people who critique music, a lot of their songs sound alike. And a lot of their music sounds alike. kind of the whole thing I was saying with like some of the R&B. A lot of the same beats, just different lyrics, different singers, different this. Nickelback falls in that same realm. A lot of their music sounds the same. All their slow songs kind of sound the same. All their fast beat songs definitely sound the same. You know, it's just what's the lyrical content is kind of the difference between their music. You know,
Gotcha. And theirs sounds a little sexual.
yeah, they have some highly sexualized songs without a doubt. So,
Can't say that I've heard much Nickelback. Just
getting closer to the Dragon's Den, man. We're at the top 3.
well, my number 3, the artist is definitely in some sort of a den. It's R. Kelly, and it is Bump and Grind.
Oh, I thought it was going to be a Dave Chappelle remix of "I Want to Be on You," but
Nope, Bump and Grind. And everybody knows the song Bump and Grind, I'm sure.
all right. So, the top 3, I have had lap dances too. They
Okay.
were all memorable lap dances for one degree or another. And this one is definitely going to be a song. Someone's like, no, that's not a lap dance song. I assure you, with the right girl who knows how to move, it is a lap dance song. That is Numb by Linkin Park.
Okay, so you've had these lap dances in an actual
Yes.
strip club, not just at home somewhere you put the song on and...
in an actual strip
Okay,
club.
all
I
right,
have never had a lap dance outside of a strip club.
okay. All right. Numb's Lincoln
Linkin Park's Numb.
Numb. Okay. That was
And-
your 3?
That was my 3.
Okay. Well, then, before we get to the top 2, I will throw out a Marry, Fuck, Kill. And it's very simple. The 3 most known chicks from Destiny's Child. Beyonce, Kelly Rowland, and Michelle. We may or may not have done this one like at work when we're fucking around talking about Marry, Fuck, Kills. I don't believe we've done it on the podcast. So now we have.
So Kelly, Beyonce, and
Michelle, I don't know her last name.
okay.
Prior to it becoming those 3, there were 4 or 5 of them. But
Right.
No one
Well,
knows
that
them.
was you're talking about the original 3 Destiny's Child, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to marry Beyonce. I know what the fuck she does in later in life. They were all really good-looking women, man. Like they weren't. There's not really a. The bad choice is who to knock off.
Right.
It's gonna sound petty, but I'm gonna kill Michelle and fuck Kelly. Just because I like the name Kelly more than Michelle.
Okay.
That's not even cool. But
When it comes down to it, that's how you have to decide it. Is
I
by
mean,
name.
but like it's not a looks thing. It's not a there's not any of them. I'm like, oh, their personality just sucks. I don't like their personality at all.
Okay.
Because that really doesn't none of that really factor. They all kind of at that point in their career, which let's face it, I mean, kind of Beyonce is the only one who really skyrocketed off of that kind of scenario.
Kelly's been in movies and stuff.
To the degree that it got. You know what I'm saying? Not that they all didn't have their own version of success. Beyonce obviously got a few leagues in front. And, you know, I mean, if we're going to go gold digger status, Beyonce taking me for a ride. But, yeah. I don't know. I mean, there's just, yeah, that's kind of, I guess you could say it's
Okay.
petty, but isn't the whole fucking marry, fuck, kill thing a little
Yeah,
petty anyway? Like,
I too am going to kill Michelle, for no reason other than I'm more attracted to the other 2. Michelle is still fucking gorgeous, but I'm going to fuck Beyonce because currently she's married to Jay-Z, but apparently they're possibly splitting up. So I have an opening to fuck her and not have to worry about being killed by Jay-Z. She's too high maintenance.
you might still have to worry about being killed by. It's
Maybe.
more about his jealousy than it is her willingness to go off kilter.
Maybe, but he might be too obligated with other things like the divorce proceedings because he's going to get hit. But anyways,
That
plus
should be pretty much a both of them walk away. They're both rich as shit.
She seems she might be a little too high maintenance too. I've used that for reasons not to marry girls before. I'm going to say she's probably the most high maintenance of the three. And then I honestly have always thought Kelly was the most attractive and the most talented out of the three. The song that she did with Nelly, I can't remember what the name of the song was, but I think that proves she's the better singer out of the three. Again, they're all good singers, but just in my opinion, Kelly was the best singer. But I also thought she was the most attractive out of the three, so I would marry Kelly Rowland.
That scenario is when you get groups like, threesome groups, or you get groups like...
Threesome.
what are you going to call it,
Didn't say anything wrong.
When you look at groups like the Spice Girls and things like that, there's always those members of the group. You're like, yeah, they're there because they're friends. You know what I'm saying? Like, or they're there because this is kind of how it ran. When it comes to Destiny Child, I really thought any of those three women could have stood alone on their own. Mm-hmm. They were definitely insanely good together, but they all were talented. They all were very talented in the music, and the music they made. Now, they definitely were better as a group, as a trio of singers, but I don't really think there was a lack of talent on any one of those girls, honestly. Yeah. And that's not something you see all the time, right? Like, even when in the boy bands of the 90s and the early 2000s, obviously certain of those guys had more talent than the rest of the guys, but they were all together. They all sounded really good together, and that's why they were the band they were. Yeah. Obviously most of those have fallen off the map, and you still have, guys like Justin Timberlake, who still has a solo career and does very well and things like that. Obviously there was a talent factor there that he was able to keep maintaining and going with.
Yeah.
So, and why one of the other guys is selling hot dogs. But, it is what it is.
My number two. Oh, you did answer it, right? Yes. Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I asked it, so you answered it first.
Yep.
My number two, I Want to Love You by Akon.
God, you say Akon, I just think of that song you did with Lonely Island, which is just fucking hilarious. But, anyway. I haven't heard that song in a minute, dude.
Yeah.
I kind of almost completely forgot about Akon.
Shit, back in the early fucking, I feel like the early 2000s, Akon.
Oh, he was big in that.
And my number one song on here.
Yeah.
Those two guys were in everything. They were featured in everything. So, yeah.
Yeah, and then next thing you know, he's on Saturday Night Live with Lonely Island singing "I Just Had Sex." So, I mean, iconic on both ends, regardless how you look at it, Which, surprised that song didn't make this list. But anyway.
I mean, by proxy it did, because you mentioned it.
Oh, yeah, I guess. Honorable mention, Lonely Islands, I Just Had Sex. So, anyway. Number two for me is Sex and Candy by Mercy Playground.
I almost made a joke about that.
In the last one?
No, on this list. I was going to make a joke about it, but
yeah,
it's on your list.
Yeah, that's...
it's a very good fucking song, first of all.
Yeah, not what people would say would be a lap dance worthy song.
Yeah. But you've heard it, or you've had it.
Yes.
Please.
Yes.
Please tell about this experience.
Jesus. All right, this was probably the most intimate type lap dance I think I've ever had. And it probably, like I said, lap dances are not meant to be kind of that way. But this girl just knew how to make this song. And I don't know if maybe she liked me a little bit at that point, or if this was just all her being her. But let's just say that there was, when you get a lap dance, there is a very clear line of, I paid for this just to enjoy the experience of it. And, you know it, she knows it. It is what it is. This one, there was not a clear line on this at all. I don't know if it was the song or just how she moves. But there was not a clear line of this is transactional. It was almost It was almost in a now nothing that there was no sex, there was no
Okay.
I wasn't like running my hands all over her body. It was still the same kind of strip club rules type scenario. But she had no problems touching me in ways most strippers don't. In that kind of scenario, or doing a little extra teasing in ways that you don't normally get in a lap dance, and she was more enjoying it than transactionally getting it over for her money. If that makes any more sense.
Well, I had a couple follow-up questions for you. You answered one of them. There was no sex involved. So, but the other, well, I guess you answered both of them, because I was going to say, did you find out if she tasted like watermelon Jolly Rancher?
No.
And then when you left, it didn't smell like sex and candy. So
But-
it was just dumb jokes that I had to.
She did decide to go on break right after the lap dance and spent her break in the next 45 minutes sitting on my lap talking. So it was like I said, there was just it felt like there might have been more to it than that, but it didn't really go. It got to the point that the what they call there's a woman that works in a strip club that keeps the girls moving type thing. She ended up coming over, was like, you need to either clock out or get back on stage type shit. So it was just kind of one of those things where, and while she was on stage, a whole nother group of guys came in, so I didn't really get her, off alone much more after that. But it was still one of those experiences that you just kind of lock that one away. It was a little more special than.
I think I already know the answer to this also. Were you single at this point in time? You don't have to answer that if it's going to put you in trouble.
Yes.
Okay. You missed an opportunity. But that's fine. Because you later found your wife, and that's really what matters.
So. Yeah, well,
My number one, it's already been alluded to, and you almost had the opportunity to say, I'm in love with a stripper
Oh my God.
by T-Pain.
Yeah, there it is.
I've heard that song almost every time I walk into a strip club, for one. And like I said, the early, I feel like 2000s, I don't know how many years, 2000 to I don't even know when the song came out. I'm probably wrong. It probably came out last year. But I feel like every fucking strip club I walk into, I've heard that song.
Yeah, it's one of those. You expect to hear that one almost. In a
Yeah,
strip
exactly,
club
yeah.
Anymore, right?
Yeah.
Like it's not really kind of one of those things that you just kind of expect. When you walk in. And I'm not gonna say you're disappointed if you don't, but it's just kind of like, oh, they didn't play that.
That's why it topped my list. Because I'm sure I probably have had a lap dance to it. I've had to have.
I mean, possibly, like I said, outside of my top three, I don't really notice the music in the background. It's just because it's just whatever the club's playing at that point in time. And these three just happen to be something the DJ kind of, played at the point in time. Like my number one is definitely something like you said you hear all the time in a strip club. So don't surprise me. I've probably had multiple lap dances to that song, my number one, but the one I'm referring to is just kind of the one that stood out in that aspect. But my number one is "Pour Some Sugar on Me" by Def Leppard, which would have been your number 10.
Number 10.
But
it's like, yeah, it has to be coming here.
The girl that gave it was like that Hollywood movie style lap dance you see that's like a production type thing. Like she worked that shit, really nicely, I guess you could say. And it was just kind of one of those, man, that was cool, like she had, she was on that shit, and it was the one that I got because she was a traveling dancer, and she was going through. I got yelled at by the bouncers twice because she would take my hands and put it on her. And he was like, "Hey, you can't touch the girls." Like, I didn't. And she even was saying, "No, I'm doing it." And he's like, "He can't touch you like that," And I'm like,
Cock block.
"It's not me, dude." And he's like, "Look, I'm gonna have to throw you out if you touch her again." I'm like, "I'm not." She's like, "I'm putting his hands." She goes, "Okay, you have to say you can't do that here."
You just said her name.
Huh?
You just said her name and it sounded like...
No.
Oh.
She was saying that she was taking my hands and putting it on. I don't know what her name was.
Oh, it sounded like you said whatever the guard's name, or whatever the guard... I don't know. It sounded like you said the girl's name. Sorry.
No, I have no idea what that girl's name was. But she was getting irritated because she was like, "This is what I do," and he was like, "You can't do that." Like, he's like, "Yeah, we don't do that up here." And so I'm guessing she was, probably from the Memphis area or whatnot. I mean, beautiful girl without a doubt, but I got in so much trouble for some shit I did not do, and I was watched like a fucking hawk the rest of the damn night in that place. And I'm like, I didn't, like, I'm literally sitting like with my hands under the seat, and she would take my hands and put them on her while she danced. Like, she would reach down, and I'm like, if you have cameras back here, you can see I'm not doing this. And like, oh yeah, they were not fucking happy about it. It was still, it was
You should have just sat on your hands and said, "Look, Ma, no hands." So Pour Some Sugar on Me makes both of our lists. Yours at the very top, mine at the very bottom.
Bottom, right?
And then that's the only one. The rest of them are completely different.
Vastly different.
Yeah. Interesting list, to say the least. Like I said, we took two different approaches from this. I think you already had in mind how you were going to do it, whereas I interpreted it differently. But
interpretation is the spice of life, so to speak.
so then I guess we need to
Not the hot tamale spice of life, in my opinion.
end with the Marry Fuck Kill.
End with a marry, fuck, kill.
And I am going to bring up a video for this one, unless you have one in mind already.
I do not.
Okay. So, since it was on both of ours, the chick in the Def Leppard's Pour Some Sugar on Me video,
Okay.
I'm going to bring her up here. Oh, no, stop playing music. We're going to get, okay. That could have been very bad. Oh, this is the live version. There's not going to be a chick in this one. All right, this wasn't very planned out.
All right, let's see here. Rosemary Henderson is her name.
That's who was in that video? How the hell did you find that?
Just typed in actress and Pour Some Sugar on Me.
Oh, okay.
And so I would have to type in, let's see, Rosemary Henderson. You and Jay have the worst fucking Google.
This is what happens when I type in Rosemary Henderson.
Yeah,
that
no
bitch ain't.
shit.
Okay, fuck that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that at all.
Hang on.
Here we are with dead air again.
Well,
He's looking something up.
Maybe that's who it was. Maybe she was just way younger at the time.
Okay, well, I will just think of a different
That's
one. We are going.
I mean, that was the 70s.
I guess so. We are going to go with completely different then.
Yeah, that's no, that was 1964, dude.
So that might actually be her, but we're not going to do that one.
Yeah.
Because if I wanted to talk about the Golden Girls, I would
Born
just
in 1961.
give you the Golden Girls option.
Wow. Oh, okay.
The song's a lot older than I realized, I guess.
Yeah.
All right,
So-
so T-Pain, Akon, and the entire group, Def Leppard. There you go. There's your three Marry, Fuck, Kill.
Ouch.
I tried to do it with women, but
I
that
was going to say, you could have done the nurse from the front of the album cover, Enema of the State, by
Nope.
Blink-182, but I mean,
Nope.
if we're going to go...
If you're going to take an enema, you're going to take it from one of these ones. T-Pain,
Wow.
Akon, the entire group, Def Leppard.
Oh, Jesus.
See, See, the dead air paid off because
No,
you're gonna want to hear this.
Not really. Let's see. Jesus Christ. Kill T-Pain.
Killing T-Pain, okay.
Well, fuck Akon because we're gonna make I Just Had Sex 2 the sequel song, I guess. I mean, there's no good scenario here. And we'll marry Def Leppard. I think half of them are already dead. The other half are standing on a banana peel by the grave, and it won't last long, maybe? Kinda? There's not a good option here, bro.
Okay. Well, I guess that's one way to go about it, but I am going to kill the entire group of Def Leppard because I don't want to be married to dead people or half-dead people, so we're just going to go ahead and kill the ball. I am going to fuck Akon because he's been locked up. That's a song by Akon if you don't know, which means he's taken it in the A before.
He's gonna prison fuck you. Great.
No, I'm going to prison fuck him. And then I'm going to marry T-Pain because out of the options, he has the longest hair and looks the most feminine. So I'm going to marry T-Pain.
It's going to be a give and take with Akon, dude. He's going to give it and you're going to take it.
No, not in my world.
Now you can go down the fantasy road. Wow. Okay. We're not approaching the list from the fantasy side. We go down the fantasy gay list. Okay, here we go. Oh, my God.
Well, that was our top 10 songs that you've gotten or wish you've gotten a lap dance to. Very interesting list.
It was a little more anticlimactic than I thought it was going to be, but I'm not disappointed.
I put entirely too much thought into it. That's my stance at this point.
I don't know if it was too much thought. Just thoughts in different directions.
Yeah, I guess.
Because there was a lot of thought going into mine, but I just didn't go into. Like I figured, okay, if I want a lap dance, what do I want a lap dance to? Not what's playing in the club that I want a lap dance to.
Yeah.
Like what would I want a lap dance to, or something like that. So now I want to go to a strip club.
Let's go. Peace.
Have a week.
All right, folks, so until next time, I'm Matthew,
I'm Nathan.
and we're here reminding you to be yourself, because everyone else is taken.
So fucking inappropriate.